I don't win you over yet. Offer from somebody, please.
So thank you so much for your commitment in the past to working with world leaders on working to reduce global nuclear arms. Thank you. And many national security experts have said that 1,000 nuclear weapons is more than enough for the United States to maintain deterrence against any potential enemy.
Who are those people?
I guess people like General James Cartwright,
Okay.
who is a former four-star military general.
Okay.
And currently the United States has 7,000 nuclear weapons, which is going to cost around $1 trillion over the next 30 years. And with that $1 trillion, if we reduce our nuclear arsenal down to 1,000, we could have much more money for conventional forces. So I'm wondering, as president, if you would sit down with Putin to negotiate cuts to both Russian and U.S. nuclear arsenals down to 1,000.
We're going to be talking about some things before we're going to talk about making a deal. We're going to sit down and talk to Putin about getting some things straight before we talk about a deal, okay? You know that they are over there now in Syria killing people. Did you know that? That the Russians are now engaged in bombing the rebels in Syria. You know that they're also blocking the transmission of food to these towns where these men, women, and children are dying of malnutrition? Did you know that?
I do know that, yes.
Yeah. So before I negotiate, we're going to have to see some things out of Mr. Putin, okay? But here's the thing, young lady. My national security advisor, one of them is the former national security advisor of President Reagan. His name is Richard Allen, very smart guy. But I have a lot of different people because I believe that when you put policies together, you have to hear from varied voices. We know we need to have a ground-based force, we need a submarine-based force, and we need an air-based force. And I'm not hung up on having 7,000 of these. I want to get the right number, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if we can come down, that's better. But we don't want to come down to the point where we start losing the ability to have both air, ground, and sea. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to get me a little paper. And I'm going to pass it on to my people.
I have one with me, actually.
Perfect. I'm going to take it, and I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Because President Reagan did move to reduce the number of nuclear weapons, and I think that's a positive thing. And in all seriousness, you make it clear with Putin, but you don't want to you want to have an ability to not make them an enemy, but work together, but make sure they know what we expect of them. So I'll take your paper. I'll think about it. And if we can make savings somewhere, I'm all for it. I mean, we have to save money no matter where it is. So
great.
I appreciate it. Now,
Thank
do you
you
work for this group?
I do, yes.
What's the name of the group?
Global Zero. We're the international movement to eliminate nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your friend who's working in, you guys?
We are friends, but I work on a different issue.
Yeah, good. And if I could ask, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27?
I'm 32.
Good. And so you're really finding your niche, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're
Yes,
excited
sir.
about what you're doing, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And is it because why?
Well, I think, we both believe that grassroots organizing and working to engage citizens in advocacy on issues they really care about is how we're going to make lasting impact in the world and make the change we want to see.
Make the world. Fix the world.